Free for Egg activity is a co-curricular activity of general studies. And in this activity, we invite the students to participate. They will need to produce a device that can protect the egg from falling down from the second floor. So the students will need to find information from internet, from books, or maybe even ask their parents in how to design the product. So some students might use a parachute. Some students may use some shock-absorbing materials that can protect the egg from falling down, and they can bounce off it to protect it. Well, this program, I think it's pretty well known around the world. A lot of people try to use this program too. But of course, we modify a little bit because this program, normally it's for secondary school students. But because we are doing it for our primary 4 students. And also, it's actually the process they are learning as well. Because when they prepare for it, they will need to make sure how to make the experiment work. Sometimes experiments will fail, but they need to make a way. They need to find a way how to make sure the experiment will work in front of the students. So next time, they want to do much better and try to perform in front of other students.
Being a successful student, effective student in the senior secondary, they should have already mastered the skill to do independent learning during the junior secondary. For other secondary school, they have 3 years plus 3 years, but we have 12 years. So the middle part, we focus a lot on project-based learning. Okay, but those skills are important for those senior secondary students to be successful. To learn on their own.
Now today we have about 5 students. 6 students doing an experiment. So we have lots of things to do. Now I want you to pay attention because these experiments are really, really good. So let's invite the first student to come up. Let's give a big hand to P6E Dennis Young. Alright, Dennis, come here first.
Hello, I'm Dennis Young from P6E. Today I'll present a dancing raisins experiment. You'll first need a fizzy drink. Some raisins and a cup. First, you need to put the fizzy drink into the cup to about half. Then you put the raisins into the cup. Raisins. You see the raisins start. You see some bubbles. Rising up. Those are carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide is produced from the fizzy drink when it's produced, and air has lower density than water, so it floats up. And the air sticks on the rough surface of the raisin, and later it will float. It will rise up because there's enough air already stick on the raisins, and the raisins will. And when the raisins get enough air to defy the sinking force of itself, it will rise up. Now you see the raisins moving. Yep. But sometimes it doesn't have enough air to rise it. And it will float to the surface of the water, and the bubbles will pop, and it will.
Yeah, it flows, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it floats. And then why it falls down again? Because the bubbles pop in the air, and there's not enough force to lift it up. Yeah, you see them bouncing. But what about I put some salt in it? Salt. It starts to bubble very fast, and you see the raisins also rise. And why it bubbles so fast? Because the salt reduces the solubility of the CO2, that is the carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide in the fizzy drink came out. And you see the raisins don't rise again because there's not enough air to make it rise up.
Okay. The teaching in Korea is traditional, but the good side is they emphasize a lot of knowledge construction, knowledge learning. Don't worry too much. Actually, it's a good side, but we have to change a little bit. We change a little bit from that platform. We're able to add something more. Some learning tasks. The important is add some learning tasks that demand them to think, to build knowledge on their own, and to construct knowledge, to integrate knowledge on their own. Don't worry too much. We need both.
First of all, they will become more interested, especially for the background information. Actually, Ms. Lam is really a teacher in our school that teach them science last year. So they know that Ms. Lam is actually really suffering from the stomachache always. Yes, so they will be interested in this topic, and then they may search the information by themselves. So they can be more interested and then search the information by themselves. They may have a higher motivation. Okay? And after they have prepared themselves, then during the lesson, I can have a less my part, fewer my part.
For our suggestion, we suggest that Ms. Lam can divide the pills into smaller pieces and even chop it into powder in order to increase the surface area of the pill that is exposed. Also, if the antacid is in liquid form, we suggest to increase the concentration of the medicine by removing the water in the solution.
Part of the water, sorry. Because increasing the surface area, like dividing the pills into smaller pieces, can increase the reaction rate. For example, a larger marble chip takes longer to dissolve in acid, and if the marble chips is cut or divided into smaller pieces, the reaction rate will increase.
The antacid could be effective faster because increasing the concentration can boost the reaction rate. When the concentration is higher, it means larger number of molecules or ions in the reactant. The chance of particles colliding with each other will be greater. Therefore, increasing the concentration makes the reaction go faster.
But just some reminder, increasing in concentration may lead to increase in pH value. So there might be a chance that the medicine become corrosive, I guess.
So thank you this group of the sharing. Because they have already learned something by themselves already. And then what my major focus is to ask them to present what they have searched and also to introduce some really new concept to them. Just some supplementary information to what they have searched. And then they can actually learn by themselves. Most of the part is just themselves. Yes.
What do you think compare?
點 compare？ 佢會 dissolve 㗎嘛，就係佢記 record 佢 dissolve 晒嘅時間，如果 dissolve 唔晒咧 ，dissolve 晒嘅。
但係拎咗之後未必 dissolve。
咁啊，
或者 cap
跟住就要畫啲calcium carbonate 喺入面。
1 gram
咪2 gram 咩
？50 ml 裏邊可能第一次就係10 ml， 佢俾我啲40 ml 水，第二次咪20咯，跟住30，第三次咪就係咁樣，佢夾埋得50咯，10。
And then the next thing, okay, so actually you have 2 students at least, okay, to cooperate together, okay. So the one, okay, with the water, you have to make the measuring cylinder become full of water first. Maybe problem-based learning, maybe seems there are a lot of preparation work for students to do, but I think this is worth doing because if we prepare the things, then the teacher actually do less during the lesson. Yes. The teacher will do less during the lesson, and then the student can have a higher motivation to learn. And during the lesson, the teacher can just add some more supplement information to them, and then they can learn more happily with the background, but not just listening to the teacher. And then also, if we have carried out for the problem-based learning for one time, then for the next time it will be smooth, more smooth. And although the first time may be lots of preparation work, but the second time will be much more smooth, and then this is worth to do so. Yes.
I prefer the students to work more in just the PBL lessons, because we can have a chance to find information by ourselves, but not having the information given from a teacher, so that we can learn by ourselves, and it is more fun to do so.
They still have direct teaching, in classroom, like most of the, East Asian lessons, But we do projects. Others, sometimes now they're emerging in new ways. It's called the code constructing way, which is using the E, which Koreans been doing quite well, the e-learning. We have to have some health warning to the schools, saying that you don't need to do all. What you need to do is maybe do one, and quantity is not the things that you need to go for. So then, this is the way in Hong Kong style. And now most of the students have been undergo the reformed primary and secondary, all these kind of experience, these kind of project learning types of experience. Now they entering university with more confident. And as far as from some of our study, we found that they are the ones who like to ask questions, and they have no problem in research. They have better, we call it information literacy. So these are the things that I think they change their whole idea of what is meant by learning.